Welcome everyone. Today's topic, I don't really have one, but I just thought of one just now. Um, okay, so I think if you're dealing with 70 something symptoms, even 20 plus anxiety, right? Post traumatic stress, OCD looping thoughts, food sensitivities, you can only eat two foods, or maybe you just, you have um, a handful of sensitivities. Doesn't have to be, hold on, doesn't have to be like me, but there's a lot of people that are dealing with that, right? They have two safe foods, the rest they just forget about it. And then there's all the pains, all the dizziness, brain fog, derealization, depersonalization, fucking pelvic floor pain, right? You name it, all the stuff, right? You put that all together, 75 symptoms plus, and then um, you find the mind body space, which is great. Finally, this is the way, this is the answer. But the thing is, even the mind body space, there's a lot of information. There's a lot that's conflicting. There's some stuff that manages that doesn't really get you to recovery. Sometimes managing can feel, it can feel relief. You can feel relief, but it's tricky because it can make you feel like, you know, that's as far as you can go. When you need to go further by facing things and stop trying to feel good now. So you have to be willing to feel like shit now for it to pay off at the end of the road where recovery waits for you. What else is there? I think there's also stages to recovery, right? Different stages of, first bringing that survival state down. And here, I'll show you my trusty old whiteboard, right? First, I think what we need to do is bring this survival state down by doing the 7 pillars, with the allow method, right? 7 pillars, bring that survival state down from 1,000 back down to 0, out of the red zone, hopefully the green zone, right? Even around here, good enough. And we do that with the visualizations, the elevating, the allowing, forms of exposure, having a routine, doing your walk and talks, being aware of old behavior patterns, right? Being prepared, right? Committing 1000%, right? All the pillars, putting them to work. Eventually, it does bring that. You send a message of safety while being in the danger, and you update the programming, right? From being in a state of fight or flight, stuck to ease, right? We want to be in ease, away from dis-ease, right? And we want to eventually work on, when you're allowing, you're working on your allostatic loads, right? And what we're doing, this is what I think, this is what I wanted to talk about. I think, if you're dealing with all these symptoms, what you want to do is you want to go through the first stage of recovery. The first stage of recovery, this is where I come in, right? All we want to do is generally, right, get you to a place where your symptoms are gone and you can live life fully, right? Maybe you might have 1 or 2 symptoms. Not even. No, I'm not gonna make it. Um, you can fully recover with stage 1, fully, and this is doing allowing with all the pillars, bringing that survival state down, and emptying our allostatic loads as much as possible. Sure, we might have a little bit that we might be working on with some of these adaptive mechanisms and the shadow work, right? Because when you're allowing, you're already doing the shadow work, right? You're updating some of these adaptive mechanisms, but lightly, very, very lightly, right? You might not even tackle some of the people pleasing. You might not even tackle the perfectionist part yet, right? So when I mean light, I mean light. So if you think that's, if you think that's light, that's not light enough, right? Because all my goal is just get you to through stage 1, which is full recovery, right? It can take 3 years. 3 years of fucking hell. And it's hard work. It's the hardest thing that you'll ever do. You're defying gravity, right? You're here to be an Olympian, and you have to win a medal, and it can only be platinum, right? Because if you don't get there, right? This is where I am strict when it comes to doing the work every day. Not so much about the schedule, right? But because this is what I believe. I believe the schedule's there to serve you, not the other way around. This is why I call it more of a routine, and I put the ish in there, right? I was very strict about having it every day because it served me to make sure I did the work every day. I never missed a day, ever. I never missed a day of visualizations. Still haven't. Been 5.5 years, right? Maybe almost 6 years. Shit, time flies. I haven't missed a visual, not once, not one visual ever in a day. So I still do them. I love them. They're powerful. They ground you, right? It's what's included is having a meeting with yourself, right? And then you get into the imagination part, and you bring that dose in, which brings that survival state down, right? And this is where you calm the nervous system so that you build some of the capacity so you can handle what life throws at you. And if which I think is important, you should be doing the deeper work. Do it once you recovered. The deeper shadow work, some of these coping mechanisms that we've had to use, they're not a bad thing. They're not a good thing. They're just what we need. Actually, maybe they are a good thing. But sometimes we got these apps running in the background that suck the energy of the battery and fill up our allostatic loads. But not fill up, but right, they do affect our allostatic loads, which in time, right, you won't have as much capacity to handle life curveballs. So stage 1 is good enough to get you to recovery. So if anybody tells you it's not, don't listen to them, right? And they're just there to get you activated. And right, we don't want to make this confusing. We want to make this simplified and less complex as possible, because the easier it is for you to understand this stuff, and not having too much pressure on you, the more likely you're going to do it, and you're going to move through it easier, because the work alone is the hardest thing you're going to do in your life. Like I mentioned earlier, you're constantly making exorcisms jealous. Every time you allow, you're activating, you're getting activated. You have to. You're always opening that door. You activate. It's a little bit of a fire, right? Symptoms go up, right? Every time you open that door, you get activated. Symptoms go up. They have to. And it's like that from here to here, beginning right to end, right? Maybe you get the mirror effect. Beginning right to the end, it's game on. Symptoms will be there, right? They're not an indicator that you're not doing it right, right? Just because you have it at the end, symptoms, it doesn't mean you're not doing it, right? They're smokes and mirrors. They're just alarms. They're there to get your attention, and we need them. Without the symptoms, you cannot move forward. You can't, because they become opportunities for us to update, right? And without them, you can't update, right? You're just floating. You're just wishy-washy floating. You need them to come up. So it's like, okay, normally I react like this and respond like this. This time I'm going to lead in with a new response, because either way, choose your hard. You might as well try to, right, not white knuckle, trying not to survive the best that we can. Of course, we're human. We're going to anyway, right? And we're going to send a message of safety while we're in the danger. So that takes time. And one of the biggest ways of sending a message of safety is allowing, right? And I will say allowing is one of the most, with the pillars, of course, not by itself. Please, I want to be clear about this. People seem to think that they can just allow and get better. That doesn't work. That's not going to work. It's not going to cut it. Sometimes people is trying to escape doing any of the work. You need to do the work. You need to do all the pillars that support the allowing. When you do that, the allow method becomes one of the most powerful things that you could ever imagine. Not just with symptoms, getting rid of symptoms or health or healing from chronic illness, but for business, relationships, manifesting, right? Being able to manipulate energy, literally, not even manipulate. You're total control. And allowing shows you how to do that. And the best teacher is the symptoms, right? Once you go through this journey, especially the OCD, it will teach you how to implement allowing in all its forms. It's not so black and white. Allowing is not so black and white. That's what makes it so magical, right? There's a shit ton of gray area. And the only way you learn the gray area, I would say, is about 90%. Right? So we got the rules, we got the theory, but the rest is taking action and finding out for yourself. This is where you become your own guide, right? Your own mindful gardener. You have to take action. You have to learn by doing, because the theory will only bring you so far, and that's not very far. It's important, but you have to take action. If you don't go through this journey, how are you ever going to learn? And for those people that talk about a lot of stuff out their ass, it all goes out the window unless they've been through it. If they've been through it, I'm listening. If they haven't, I don't care to hear what you have to say. It's meh, right? So the allowing is a very powerful tool that we use for many different angles, different things in our lives. For me, I used it to go through this journey. Right? This is where you take the resistance away. Right? You update by sending a message of safety, and symptoms and alarms turn off one by one. Right? So yeah, expect this journey to be hard. So this is why I say keep it simple, man. Right? And also, here's another thing I wanted to mention. I'm getting fucking emails left and left about certain people in this mind body space that are just, I think they just like to talk for clicks. So they'll poo on things because it's a cool thing to do, right? To shit on something. So people go, oh my God, why are you saying that? Right? And then I get these emails from people that are derailed on their journey because they finally found a rhythm. Right? It's working for them. It makes sense. But we know when you're going through this journey, you're very sensitive. Your brain's going to latch on to shit. Right? Especially with health anxiety, especially with all the symptoms. Like I went through the same shit, man. I understand exactly what you guys are going through. And this is a real thing. And this is a constant thing. This is another reason why it takes 3 fucking years to recover, because you keep getting fucking derailed. It's not your fault, but it is in a way, because it's up to you to make the choice to see what you fucking latch onto. So please be careful. I had to pay the fucking piper many times, right? I'd be online, right, on fucking Instagram. Next thing you know, I see a Primal Trust fucking a thing. This is when she first started, and I got fucking triggered because you have to activate the vagus nerve or you won't recover. If you don't, you're not on the way to recovery. Then it was trauma this, trauma that. You got to dig for trauma. There's a bunch of them out there. Then you go through a functional medicine guy talking about cell danger, if you don't, inflammation, if the blood-brain barrier detox, if you don't, then you're like, fuck, I wish I didn't see that. Right? It happened many times to me where I would see something and I would be looping on it for 2 fucking weeks. Delayed. My journey, my progress is delayed. And the OCD looping thoughts are all over it. The doubt is fucking eating you alive, taking a chunk out of your fucking head. Right? The doubt's doing it. It's like, oh, fuck, this is great. This is fucking great, right? It's fucking eating your fucking head off. Right? And if you don't know how to allow, you've never even heard about allowing, and you're getting triggered, guess what? The alarms are going bigger and bigger and bigger. You are living a walking fucking nightmare with the OCD. Right? Picture your worst nightmare. Constantly, you're living that. And you're getting the charge of that. It's not just seeing something that's, oh my God, that's scary. No, you feel it. Your body thinks it's going through it over and over and over again. And you're trying to get rid of it because you don't want to live. You don't want to feel like that. So you're in this room pacing back and forth, trying to find the safety. The OCD looping thoughts are trying to, scan for the danger. The doubt's there to look for the fucking safety. And it's chaos. I know, it's hell. Some people don't know this because they never went through it. Right? So I feel for you when you constantly get derailed with all this fucking information everywhere. Most of it's bullshit. Most of it's unnecessary, too complex, right? And it comes from people that haven't been through it. And some people just want to be relevant, right? Because they know the allowing is fucking powerful. And it's here to stay. And it's making big shifts in people's healing. So if you've been doing it and you're in a flow, please be aware of who you latch on to, because it's like letting in 10 ligers in a room. When you open shit up and you latch on, you're letting in 10 tigers. You just fucking put yourself back a little bit. And you know what? It's going to happen. That's okay. Learn from it, though. Learn from it, right? You have to create a bubble. I guess, this is what this topic is about. Watch who you latch onto and create a bubble. There was a point where I was like, shit, fuck this. I'm going to block that fucking account. I'm going to stop. Right. Facebook. I got to get off Facebook. I'm not even going to delete out of these groups. I'm going to get off of Facebook for 2 years. I'm going to take a break. So, okay. All the Facebook groups, the toxic Facebook groups, gone. Didn't listen to the news. I didn't watch any politics or any fake news or any of that shit. I didn't talk to people about symptoms. I didn't go into even mind body space forums. And I avoided certain mind body space people. I had I bought like thousands of dollars of just fucking books that I'd read a page or two and I'd be forget it. And some of these are like the well-known doctors that fucking, and some of the, like, what's that one book that I have? He's well known for the allow method too. He brought that in there too. He's fucking his book is called Letting Go. Anyway, I read the chapter about allowing. I was like, fucking right, synchronicities. And I kept reading. I was like, no, fuck it. So I started looping on that. I couldn't even read helpful self-help mind body books, right? Because the dare book, I couldn't read that shit. Because it'd be like, okay, yeah, so you just got to go to, okay, I know, yeah, synchronicity, yeah, so I kind of clear weeks, okay, yeah, right? And then you go to another page that talks about phobias or fears about breathing, or you forget how to breathe. And you're like, did I just inhale or exhale? Oh, fuck, I don't know how, right? Or you're listening to your fucking heartbeat and you can't stop fucking listening to it. So you get all OCD about these little things. You get fucking that. I got fucking triggered. I tripped out on a lot of the stuff that I was reading about. I was like, ugh. And by the way, if you're freaking out about your breathing right now, allow yourself to freak out about it. Go, yeah, fucking let's monitor my breathing. Let's fucking ask for more of it, and it'll get bored and move on. Anyway, so be careful what you latch on to and create a bubble and keep shit simple, because it's like pouring gasoline on the fire. Right? And we don't want to complicate things, because honestly, this journey, and I've said this 4 times already just now, it's going to be the hardest thing you do ever. And I want you to do it. And I want you to stick on this path, right? I don't want you to get so fucking overwhelmed that you drive yourself crazy and get stuck, right? And defeated. We're going to feel defeated constantly, but I mean, I want to feel defeated but move forward, right? That's what I want. I want to keep this fucking simple and somewhat sane, even though you're making exorcisms jealous, right? I want you to get from here to here, the hardest thing you'll ever do. And the great thing about allowing, naturally, some of your core beliefs, they shift by themselves. Some of these core beliefs, core alarms, like to call them, you don't have to do anything about them. I would say about 80% of these core beliefs that you become slaves to, that you don't even know it, that's another thing. They shift on their own without you having to do anything. Just allow it, let it do its thing, let that survival state come down. When the survival state comes down, these core alarms get neutralized, so the beliefs change and they become nothing. And it's up to you to give them something new, right? Blank canvas. Well, what am I going to believe now? I don't know. Right? This is why allowing is so beautiful. And the thing is, it's good to be aware of old behavior patterns, but just generally, right? Are you talking to Sally about symptoms? Are you body checking your heart rate, right? Your temperature, your blood pressure? Are you, right? Are you researching, like shit like that, right? The general behavior patterns. Get into stopping a lot of these things, right? Looking for reassurance constantly. Don't be a reassurance junkie, right? Those are the things we want to talk about to bring that survival state down. We don't want to feed the fire, right? But looking for these adaptive mechanisms now, it's too early. You don't need to do that. Plus, good luck finding them, because we're not even aware of half of the shit. You know what's beautiful? The more you allow, the more it presents itself. This is fucking Allowing is fucking brilliant. It does everything for you. The system, right? When you become a professional allower, it knows what to send you at the right time. When it knows you have the capacity to work through with it, right? If you start overdoing it with the deep work right away, you don't have the capacity, and you're going to flood yourself, and you're going to set yourself back, and it gets confusing, overwhelming. The doubt loves that. You're going to lose. You have to lose. You're going to lose, and you're going to lose again and again and again. You're going to notice you're going to feel a lot worse now than you did when you kept things fucking simple and you just allowed. Without micromanaging, you're allowing. What are you allowing? Don't micromanage it. Just trust. Allow, feel it, move on. Things will show themselves as you move through this journey. They show themselves as you, oh, I didn't even know. Okay, that's interesting. And right, and it comes a little bit later. It comes later when you're surrounded with the safety, when things are safe to pop up, right? And your brain knows how to do it. It goes, okay, we got the capacity. Let's bring him this now. He's been in a nice flow. I think he's ready for this. And even if you're not ready for it, because some things I wasn't ready for, the brain's like, here, what about this? And I was like, fuck you. I can't. That's too much, man. Right? It would send it on my plate. I'd be like, nope, sorry, we're putting that to the side. But I got another bunch of million other things, low-hanging fruit that I could start with still. I got all this shoulder pain. I got this what if thought about the blah, 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 blah. My gut stabbing pain. I got all kinds of things. My rectal pain. I got feels like a Rambo knife's up my ass. I got the dizziness. I got the blah, 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 right? Work on that, because that brings the survival state down also. All together, the nervous system goes like this together, right? You work on this thing over here, it affects this thing over here because it's all connected to the nervous system across, right? Right? I don't even know if this, but does this make sense? I hope so. Right? This, you work on this thing, it affects this thing across the board. That's what I'm trying to say. Right? So if you work on this thing over here and the brain sends something on the platter over here and it's too much, keep working on that easy shit. Right? Eventually, this will dissolve a little bit and it'll get weaker and weaker. And then when you're ready, you can fucking work on that. And it's not so bad. It's bad, but you have the capacity to handle it. It's still hell. Okay, it's still hell. But not as bad as it was before when you weren't ready. You're like, I can't even, oh my God, I can't. Right? So you always have a choice. Right? Keep it simple. If it's too overwhelming, you can step back. It doesn't mean you failed. And another thing, I think this is probably the message of the whole fucking next 2 years, right? I want you to get it in your head. You're going to fuck it up constantly. And I want to give you the permission slip to fuck it up. And I'm telling you, you need to fuck it up as much as possible, because that's how you learn how to eventually not fuck it up. And there's nothing wrong with fucking it up. And you know what's interesting? When you fuck shit up with allowing it wrong, right? When you do things wrong, you actually still recover. I'm telling you, I know firsthand, because I did it the worst constantly. Well, that's how you fucking learn, man. It's like I was the worst guy to ever. Well, when I learned how to ride a bike, it was pretty quick. But let's say I was just I just can't put my hand on the handle. I'm like, this way, no, okay, this way, or what do I put my leg here? Do I pull it, right? You fall over. It's like gravity that day is times 10 for some reason, right? And you will still recover as long as you show up every day and do the work. Do the work shitty, but do the work every day. Every day, you will get there. So hopefully that gives people some reassurance and takes a bit of the load off to know that you don't have to be perfect at it, but you can be strict. I was strict. Be strict, but don't have to be a perfectionist. Fuck it up. Actually, I want you to be a perfectionist at fucking it up consistently. Right? Because that's how you learn. And this also gives you permission slip to do this. So you recovered? Yeah. I did it all wrong constantly. And so can you. And you will. Right? I'm sure you guys know I'm just an average Joe. I'm nothing special. Actually, I was a lazy type for most of my life. No motivation. I had pipe dreams, all kinds of pipe dreams. This is the only thing that I did by myself that I actually did. And of course, the first thing a guy ever does is all of a sudden it's like, what, I'm gonna become an Olympian? Yeah, I did it. Yeah, but I did it worse probably than most people. But the thing is, me doing it worse like most people, I was able to sit in the trenches second by second and see what it's like and simmer in it, absorb it, know what that tastes like, right? When that familiar taste, that smell, that fucking feeling. Because when somebody talks about their symptoms, I know exactly what they're feeling like and I can finish their fucking sentences. When I do, they love it. I'm like, hey, feeling this because you feel, yeah, no, what would you, did this happen? What about last week? Did this, blah, blah, blah? No, actually, that didn't happen. Are you sure? Actually, it did. And that's so, right? It feels good to be fucking right all the time. It does. When you're helping people, it's a fucking amazing. When you help people and you're right, it's really good. It's very good to help them when you're right. It feels good, man. And you're going to have that feeling too. You know how you do that? By simmering in the shit constantly. You have no choice but to gain experience in it, right? You have no choice but to learn some shit. And of course, life's going to throw you curveballs where some of these symptoms will pop back here and there, but you're going to move through it like a cork in water instead of having it pile up like with like chronic illness does, and then you become a slave to it for years and years and years, and you get sicker and sicker and sicker. No, not anymore. Right? This journey is a gift and is teaching you how to move through this shit, especially with the allowing. Right? The allowing is the best fucking thing in the world, especially for healing. Best thing. Nothing's better. Nothing. So people have to adapt, change their methods, especially a lot of the gurus out there, YouTube people, right? A lot of their neuroplastic people, right? All the doctors writing books, all the fucking coaches out there, TMS people, you better update. You better fucking jump the ship because you're going to have no choice, especially if you want to make money, if you want to help people, you got to learn the allowing stuff, right? And the best way to do it is to go through it yourself. That's the best. And for people that are looking for coaches, make sure they went through it because you can't just imagine it because it doesn't. All right, guys. So that was my little pep talk for today. I had no topic, and then it just kind of, it just came. It just kind of came. It just kind of came. I don't know. It's kind of came. Scotty came. Scotty came. Scotty Kane. Scotty Kane. And I was trying to find a word for it. Hey, Jasmine Wallace. Hello, Luna. Good to see you. Hey. Oh, by the way, I'm not going to have a schedule. I'm doing pretty good. I've been fucking busy trying to get content out there. I have videos queued up every day. You're going to see a video from me. They're already scheduled out until January. Every day. So please tune in, subscribe. Let's give this fucking algorithm a boost. Right? Because I'm going through a purge right now, which is a good thing. New audience, new content, new start, just in time for the new year. And live, I'm going to go live kind of when I can. I tried to have a schedule with going live. I just can't fucking do it because I can't commit to it. Because I'll be doing something, I'm like, fuck, I can't. So, and then if I'm like all fucking frazzled, like, oh, I got, what do I think? What should I talk about? Then the quality goes down. And I thought, I should just go live when I'm inspired to talk about something and I want to hang out with you guys and be like, yeah, I think I'm good for today. Let's go live. Let's hang out. Right. Okay. Luna, I'm learning a lot of mind, body, and natural health as much as modern medicine. Yeah. It's great that we find the mind body space. It is. It's beautiful. But there's shit in the mind body space we got to filter out too. And unfortunately, you got to find out. But When you got channels like me, I'm gonna fucking take the fluff out for you, and then you could take what I put out there. You could take what resonates, and that should put you forward, fucking leaps and bounds. I'm just giving you fucking nuggets, right? All this shit, but I still want you to go through it. I still want you to go through it. Still want you to go through the hell because it's the ultimate teacher. And another thing I've been saying lately, don't put your faith, like I said, don't trust everybody, trust yourself. And I'm saying, don't trust me. You need to trust yourself, right? You need to become the mindful gardener. You got to become your own guide because at the end of the day, it's up to you. So don't put too much faith and trust in everybody else. You got to be the one, right? Okay. Repeat it fast, prepare. Get it back me. How's it going? How do I handle setbacks? You got to have more of them. You got to learn them. You got to experience them. You got to make friends with them. You got to allow them the best that you can. The first 50 times, you're not going to allow them very well. It's going to be shitty. See, most of this work is finding out. There's no real trick but finding out. Lots of finding out. And then you update and you adapt. A lot of adaptations, right? You adapt and you keep moving forward. You keep showing up. You keep bringing that survival state down. You keep allowing, and you see patterns of these symptoms. You become friends with them. When they show up, you're like, I know you. And I'm not scared of you anymore. I'm actually happy you're here. So you need to have more setbacks, a lot more. So you know what a setback really feels like and how you can overcome it. Sometimes I lay in the kitchen floor and pretend to be a crumb. That's amazing. Bro, you look like AI. Do I? That's awesome. We got some trolls here, so we're going to allow them to be there. Trolls are great. They're good for the alga. The alga. Hey, Alga. Hey, Alga. My name's Alga. I swear he looks like Al. Do I? Al who? I don't know. I don't know. Are you excited for Christmas? What's your favorite thing about the time of year? I like the snow. I like the silence. I like the cold. I like the peace. Right? I love the Christmas lights. I love the cookies. I love walking the dogs in the snow. Right? I love the comfort, the cozy cozy of the warmth of the pillows and having dark chocolate in bed while I do editing. And when I go to bed early, because I feel like I'm an old man, because I like to go to bed early and wake up at 5:30 in the fucking morning, because my squirrel likes to wake me up. And I love my squirrel. He's amazing. I love my dogs. They're funny, right? They're all fucking funny. All right. Why does the lighting look like AI? I don't know. Is that a good thing? Is that a good thing? Please like, share, and subscribe and like it again, and fucking like it. Leave a comment. Leave 18 comments. Are you talking Jung? He's got a German name. I think I'd be able to say it right. A little bit, right? Hey Helmut, could you do an update video on all the pillars, please? That's probably a good idea. I think I have a couple already. Check them out. But yeah, I should do some. Maybe focus on one or two here. Light and sound sensitivity. I had light sensitivity. Sound would bug me at times, but it took me a couple months to get back into being able to go outside. I would wear long sleeve white shirts and a white fisherman's hat when I was getting out in the summer, and I would only go out bits at a time because I would have full body reactions. But eventually, I with my exposures and allowing and dealing with the thoughts and everything, I had symptoms still, right? I had my skin looked all fucked up, but eventually a year later, it took a full year for me to be able to fully go outside. And you know what? The seasons are a great way to activate the nervous system to force an update, right? Because it causes a stress response, right? Fucking cold days, -17, fucking then hot days, fucking 40 degrees below, right? The extremes of the temperatures are a great way to update. To update, okay? What it is, it's anxiety, Helmut. It is anxiety. Just allowed tons of fear coupled with doom, heavy, dark emotions. I haven't seen you in a while. Traxista. Trax? I think that was your name. I don't remember. But I remember, yeah, I talked to you like 2 years ago. And I actually cried toward the end and allowed that to. I love it. Do I look AI generated? Everybody's talking about generation of AI that I'm able to create. Maybe I'm an AI character, and you don't know it. Oh, I think it's fake, really. Yeah, my fave guy, so cute, so smart, so funny, awesome. Thank you, Helmut. So majestic that you know what it is. I got a new camera, and I have a Sigma lens on it, 16 millimeter. Check out these lenses; are awesome. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe not. Maybe they're just fucking pulling my balls, and that's okay. I'm gonna allow it. Right? That's okay. Okay. Okay, here we go. Here's a little question. A little question. How do I know if I'm actually allowing? Like you say, allow and feel it and let the energy dissolve. Okay. So how do I know if I'm actually allowing? But I don't anything physically. So you don't feel anything physically. I'm living life fully with symptoms. Is that allowing? Yep. Are you doing all the work, all the pillars? Make sure you do all the pillars every day. And what you do is you allow in between throughout the day, whatever the brain sends you on the platter, right? You just allow for 3 to 5 minutes tops, not 5 hours at a time or 2 hours or even 20 minutes. 20 minutes of allowing of that particular thing is too much, way too much. 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes when you're first learning how to do it. Okay, I understand. I did the same thing. When you first learn shit, you do shit longer than you should. But that's the learning curve. But 5 minutes tops. I've been doing actually allow meditations, and they're short quickies because that's as long as we should be doing when it comes to allowing. Because if you allow more than 5 minutes, you start to ruminate, overthink, analyze, research, and you start pouring gasoline on the fire. And this is where allowing doesn't help you. So if you can't find the charge in your body, here's a way of thinking of it. Let's say a doctor were to give you a diagnosis, right? And that fear comes in and you feel a charge go, right? And they said, I'm sorry, Sir Helmut, but you have blah, blah, blah. You have blah, 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 blah. Right? Where do you feel that fear? For me, it's right here and here. Here, right? That's where I feel everything. That's where I allow everything. Right? I picture it as a big vortex, like a big suction vacuum that's allowing whatever it is. I don't have to get too specific about it. I don't have to name it or figure it out or call it whatever. Just fucking allow it and feel it, right? And you allow it the best that you can. If you do it wrong, that's okay. Eventually, it'll catch up, right? And you're still, even if you do it wrong, you're still moving forward. Howdy, Depression Talk. Good to see you. For those of us who are perfectionists, learning to be okay with fucking up is really important. Oh, it's very important. I had a group call on Monday, and I was telling a lot of them, there's a lot of things that people are worried about and overanalyzing. And I told them, oh, you don't have to worry about this. You know what? I want you to fuck it up, and it's okay if you don't do this right, blah, blah, because I didn't do it all right, and I fully recovered. And you should see the relief on their faces. That's what's going to get you to the other side. It's the, and doing this work with, will get you to the other side because this whole journey is fucking hell. So you need as much of as possible because you're going to need it, right? Okay. Okay. How do you not dread quiet time when all the crap comes up. Yeah, during my journey from the morning till dinner time, I didn't have much dead quiet time. This is why I had a routine that I followed. I was always engaged in something because dead quiet time means that the brain's going to hijack you and it's going to win. You're going to lose and you're going to ruminate, and the survival state goes back up again, right? And it sends more alarms again. So this is why preparation is really important. It's one of the pillars, right? You need to be prepared. You need to follow your routine every day, right? Because it's going to give you success. Because the brain is going to pounce on you, hijack you, and you're going to lose. You have to lose, right? So we need to be prepared. We need to be armed, right? With the path and steps to follow, guidance, a guiding system, right? So keep going. I've been processing drops at a time, and now I dread calm because crap comes up every time. Oh man, crap came up while I was engaging too. Crap came up constantly, 24 fucking 7, right? Maybe not in my sleeps. Most of my sleeps were okay near the middle. I started being able to sleep somewhat. Near the end of my sleep, I started having horrible dreams. This is after I overcame my insomnia. But yeah, quiet time, that's normal, right? This is why visuals are difficult too. You're gonna get the resistance. It's gonna pounce on you. But you gotta keep going. You gotta keep engaging, right? And it's gonna also tackle you while you're engaging. So you have no choice. Get used to this. Don't run away from this. Don't try to get rid of it. Don't try to find calm time so that you can process. No, it doesn't work like that. You need to have this fucking chaos. Get used to it. This is guaranteed. This is it. You're doing it. This is what you need. This is what you want. Ongoing. Thank you. We are supposed to allow the crap, Elena. Loving it. Allowing is giving something permission to do something. So whatever you are feeling, give it permission to be there. Loving it. And depression talk. Screw allowing. Fight depression, anxiety, fight mental health, and beat the stigma. Well, you beat it by allowing, right? What you resist persists. So the more you fight it, the more it stays with you for the rest of your life. So we don't want to do that. We want to overcome and fully recover. And you can do that by allowing it to do its thing without any strings attached, without any expectations of any resolve. So you got to be willing to have nothing change, right? And it will shift when it decides to shift, not when you force it to. Because the more you try to force something, the more it doesn't. The more it grows roots and stays, right? We don't want that. We don't want that. Is it hell? Can mold, Lyme, and COVID be the root cause of all of my symptoms and anxiety? No, they're not the root cause. I didn't have issues till those things came on at the same time. If I fix those, then so this is what it is. Those things are the tipping point. If you were fully regulated, those things wouldn't touch you. But since you have an allostatic load that's somewhat full because of life situations, right? They're the tipping point, and now they become a stressor on your body because they're putting a load. They're filling up your load, right? So I always say, within reason, of course, you should always be in a safe environment. If you're in a house that's got mold growing on mold, it's this thick, then of course, get out of that fucking house, right? Get it inspected or move the fuck out, right? This goes with anything. If you're being chased by a liger or a swarm of bees, or you're with a boyfriend that's abusive and is a narcissist, get the fuck out, because the nervous system is acting accordingly because it's sending you the alarms to the danger that's really there, right? So for now, if you see mold there, get the fuck out and be in a safe environment. And then when you're in a safe environment, you should probably feel some relief. It should give some relief to the allostatic load, but you're not done, because eventually it's going to be something else that tips it over. It won't be the mold. It might be something else. It might be an EMF. It might be a new boyfriend, or the work environment, or Who knows? Pick your poison. There's 1,000 fucking things that can be a tipping point. And we need the tipping point so you're aware of it so you can make the changes. So, yes, fix those things. I would say the mold. The Lyme, get the antibiotics, see a doctor. The COVID, right? That's there's nothing much to do about that. You've went through it. That's it. Done. Now you go do the mind body work and you give yourself the capacity that you need to overcome more of the COVID in the future. Right? So, yes. Part of it only. I'm reading the comments. Yep. Hey, depression talk. Depression talk. Prove that I'm not AI. Well, AI would be able to do everything that I do, right? Where is this AI stuff everyone is seeing? Looks normal to me. I'm cool with it, man. Maybe this is AI. Well, AI wouldn't swear. It wouldn't say fuck. There you go. AI doesn't swear. But I want people to think this is AI because that'd be fucking. Wouldn't that be cool if AI had its own fucking podcast? I'd be subscribing so quick. And I'm not saying that, AI, there's a lot of dark shit to it. Like I'm kind of I want natural things. I'm tired of all the AI shit, like the music, all the videos. It's so much fakeness, even though it looks real. I want genuine, real stuff. I want a person that fucks it up and doesn't say things perfectly. And, you know, like I want that. But I also think it'd be pretty cool to see somebody have their own AI personality have their own. Well, there was a guy. I think he was like a cartoon musician. I don't remember. I don't know. And I don't know. It's just silly trolls. They just got to be the center of attention. Of course. Okay, I'm moving on. I can't listen to this crap anymore. Well, maybe you should listen to it. Then your title wouldn't be depression talk. It'd be happy talk eventually because you'd move through it. Okay. Jenny time. Thank you. We've been trying to reach about your vehicle's extended warranty. Okay, what do we got here? I feel this. I feel this too. I do. Who else is? I don't touch it at all. Interesting. It's funny that you said Liger. I had a night terror where I saw a Liger in my garden. So it was like a mixture of a lion and a tiger. That's cool. That's a good dream. One-on-one coaching. I am dabbling with doing coaching for December and January. One coaching session a day. That's it. Because I got to build my website still, which is going to be fantastic. It's going to have meditations. All the allowing meditations going to have visualizations to help you guys with visualizations. It's going to have all the pillars simplified. So all the stuff you need, right? Bare bones, only what you need to get full recovery. I take out the fluff. I keep it simple to help you guys. And I will also have group coaching in there. What else? And motivational videos that pop up daily to keep you on the fucking path with the little golden nuggets that you need. You need the golden nuggets. Okay. What's that? Yo, yeah. Okay, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. Good to see everyone. Please like, share, and subscribe. And what else is there? Please add me on Instagram, The Mindful Gardener. And I can't think of anything else. I can't. All right, guys. Love you. Get out there and get uncomfortable. Make sure to watch all my other updates or videos that I just posted. Right. And we did a talk with Whitney. It was about, she had pelvic floor pain. And we did one with your grateful guide, Vanessa. where we talked about how allowing is very powerful. It's the best thing in the world, the best healing tool. Nothing beats it. Nothing beats it. And I'd like somebody to prove to me what's better than allowing. Nobody can. They can't. They can't fucking do it.